Hey, how's it going, do-it-yourselfers? So as you may remember, last week we spent some time beating up Toyota. So this week we're going to spend some time beating up Honda. That's right, we're an equal opportunity beater-upper. Now, similar to Toyota's problems where a faulty component affected a few different models because it was shared in those models, quite a few Honda and Acura models suffered difficulties and issues because they all had shared the same faulty component as well. But the one that stood out the most and made the most amount of noise, in my opinion, was probably the 1999 to 2004 Acura TL. And if you don't know, yes, Acura is a Honda product. Now, as far as all the different models that were affected by this problem, we'll get into them later on in this video. But as far as what the specific problem was, it was as worse as they come, which is a faulty transmission. And to be even more specific, it was the third gear clutch pack that went bad prematurely on these transmissions. The particles from those clutch packs would spread through the transmission, plugging up oil passages, causing the transmissions not to shift properly, downshift out of nowhere, or slip entirely, or even in worst case scenarios, lock up the transmission and bring the car to a very unsafe, complete stop. Now, problems with these 5-speed transmissions started early on and pretty much from the get-go. So it wasn't too long that Honda had to take action. And in fact, in 2004, Honda issued a recall, recalling 1.1 million Honda-made vehicles that had this transmission. Now you might say, hey, that's good and dandy for Honda to take responsibility for their mess and repair their transmissions, but not so fast. See, all the cars that were brought into Honda for repair regarding the transmission before March of 2005, the repair was done using a similar or pretty much the same third gear clutch pack that was faulty. So pretty much not too long after the repair was done, the same cars were back in Honda due to the same issue. So yeah, the mess pretty much got even bigger. It wasn't unheard of early on for these cars to be on their second, third, or even fourth transmissions when they were going through this work through Honda. But Honda did take another step and extended the warranty on these cars to 93 months or 109,000 miles, I believe, whichever came first. Now, before we go any further, like I said earlier, these 5-speed automatic transmissions were used in different Honda and Acura models. And the recall included these specific models and these specific year ranges. The 2002 to 2004 Honda Odysseys, 2003 and 2004 Honda Pilots, 2001 to 2002 Acura MDX, 2003 and 2004 Honda Accords with the V6 engine, 2001 to 2003 Acura 3.2 liter CLs, and 2000 to 2004 Acura 3.2 liter TLs. Now, one thing you got to keep in mind is that this recall only included the 5-speed automatic transmission, but the 1999 Acura TL, and if I remember correctly, 1999 to 2002 Honda Odysseys used a 4-speed automatic transmission that was still faulty. Now, as far as the fault, I think it was not the clutch packs, but rather the second or third gears wearing out prematurely, clogging up the transmission and causing very similar problems. Now, to be clear, in my opinion, these transmissions were simply designed poorly. Those dumb engineers, and even with the newer third gear clutch packs and the updated repair procedure by Honda after March of 2005, these transmissions did not last long. Maybe they didn't break down after 10,000 miles, but they still broke down after 40, 50, 60,000 miles. Now, originally, and to be honest, I wasn't going to make this video because I thought the cars we're going to cover are going to be kind of old and with a very common major transmission issue. Not a whole lot of them should have lasted throughout the years and now be available for sale. But then I took a look on Craigslist and lo and behold, there are still plenty of them available for sale. But funny enough, the owners or people that are listing these vehicles, at least half of them mentioned that their car has transmission issues. And as one would expect, one has to be very skeptical about the other half where they say their car runs great. Now, one thing I gotta mention that's a huge pity is the 3.2 liter VTEC V6 engine that came on the Acura TLs that had to be matched up with this horrible, terrible transmission, because that engine is a really good engine. It actually has a lot of horsepower and torque, gets decent gas mileage at the same time, and it lasts a long time if you take decent and good care of it. But what good is a fantastic engine if it comes matched up to a box of a transmission?